Please hold up. Check 1, 6, 2. Good morning, Rochester, New Hampshire, Farmington, New Hampshire, Cary, North Carolina, Dover, New Hampshire, and Saxton, Missouri. My name is Retro Scorpion, and I'm here for you. We coming to you live from the New Hampshire state, and we are literally hitting ourselves with a snowstorm. So please understand this radio broadcast might be interrupted due to difficulties with the internet, with power. I'm here to inform those who are from this area, who are in Boston area, who are in New Hampshire, Maine area. We are going to be experiencing some severe weather, such as snowstorm, blizzards, power outages. I'm here to talk about this because it's a difficult time. But welcome in everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. It's just been a hectic day with the snowstorm. So how's everyone doing out there? What's going on, people of the world? This is your boy Retro on the Retroverse radio station. So we got plenty of things going on right now. It's just really, it's lots and lots, and I do mean a lot of problems with the factor that is, we are putting up with a lot of the weather reports, such as weather problems in the world. So there's a lot of problems in our local area, such as weather. Problem is, we have little to. The thing is, there's a problem with the connection with the power lines. Well, the lines are fine. It's just power has been glitching. Internet's been cutting in and out, so we have to keep mind of that. So I also want to make sure my microphone's working. Keep mind of that. Okay, so microphone's working. So I'm just in my little radio studio, just trying to keep warm. The power supply seems to be looking good. Internet though, it's been cutting in and out. It's been really bad. So, but I just got my cup of Joe here, trying to stay warm. I was gonna cook me some lunch, but it turns out I don't want to risk microwave going out of power, so I kind of have to seldom the power a bit. So, probably gonna cook a burrito. And then that'll be my lunch. Whatever ramen is left over, the packet they gave me, probably gonna save that because literally the power supply system is literally getting overwired, haywire. So is like we are literally experiencing extreme weather conditions here in New England, such as New Hampshire. I do not know about everywhere else. I just know that we were getting hit pretty hard. I had to call a family friend that's in Maine. They're getting hit pretty hard with the same snowstorm. So this is basically, folks, the storm of the century. So the literal storm of the century for New England. So New England's just getting hit hard with like pelted with snow. We've had several clumps of snow fall off trees as well as fall off our rooftop. It is currently blizzarding out. It's pretty blizzardy out. The ground's getting pelted with snow. Um, I had gone out there to do my security duty, and it was a blizzard out there, hard to see. I had to put on my winter goggles, so with my sunglasses to make sure I could see, make sure no kids were hurt. So literally, it's just that. So we just stay. The best bet is to stay in the studio and try to keep warm. Try to keep seldom and pray to God or whatever gods we worship, and try to pray that we will be okay and that we'll power through this. So make sure to have your Bibles or whatever you use to worship with and pray for your safety. It's one of those things we have to keep on mind is that this is a storm that's like not usually a thing during this time of year, and it's pretty hefty, pretty hefty snow for the beginning of spring, and this is literally the change of the century. This is the storm of the century, and yes, this would be called global warming at its finest. Um, so for those that are in their homes, nice and cozy, Make sure you make yourself a nice either hot cocoa cup or cup of coffee. Make sure you have plenty of blankets. And this is for the people that are in this area that are getting pelted with snow. Um, I'd have to say some parts of Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, those areas. If you're from those areas, and maybe North Carolina, I don't know if North Carolina is getting hit or not, but if you are from those areas and you're getting pelted with snow, make sure you have plenty of blankets, plenty of warm clothes. Make sure you're inside, indoors, safe and sound. If you've got a driveway that needs like shoveling, make sure you take care of that firsthand, and then go back inside, get a nice warm cup of joe, make yourself some soup or something warm to eat, because this is gonna be hefty for a while. I guarantee, like, this is pretty bad weather. So I have not checked the weather report yet to see how long this is gonna last, but whenever I feel comfortable enough to actually search it, I will go ahead and do that. But this has just been a hectic day. We were able to play our Stardew Valley earlier. It was just we were able to play Stardew Valley earlier. We are lucky. We may not be as lucky right now, given the fact that our internet just glitched hella heavily just a few minutes ago, and I don't know if my podcast is going to cut off anytime soon. So drop a like. Still streaming. Hope you are okay. Honest Tiger, thank you very much. We're just experiencing heavy weather conditions like heavy snow, heavy blizzards, and cold temperatures, buddy. And it's supposedly spring here, so I thank you for that buddy. That blessing. Thank you. Cheers. So basically, we're just trying to keep our wits about us and try to survive while we can. We have, luckily for me, the downstairs area has plenty of food, and my adopted brother slash provider always provides me with food, so he's awesome. Um, but as for the shopping trip today, I know a lot of you in my chat were looking forward to me going shopping and picking up a bunch of good stuff. But this may be a blessing in disguise, because maybe tomorrow, or if the weather clears up today, maybe when they drop off the mail, their price is gonna be my $25 check, which means if I go shopping tomorrow, that would mean I'd have more money to buy goodies. So um, probably for videos, stuff like that. So we'll have to pray for that as well as pray for the weather to let up some. I would like to hope that everyone's at their house safe and sound, and if they're in this area of the snowstorm, make sure that everyone's okay. I pray for all of yous to be okay. I know it's a tough time given the fact that snow has pelted the ground. It's hard to walk through. Um, I know that a lot of us are out there with snow blowers, a lot of us out there with shovels. And for those that want to help one another, God bless you. Shout out to them. For the people that take their own snow blowers and their own shovels and shove out people's driveways, it's a good way to show support. Um, it's really nice. In other news, July 20th, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson will be battling it out, so I hope you can get that. Also, on top of that, April 6th is WrestleMania. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be one hell of a deal. So we got two major events coming up this year in the soon coming months and some soon coming weeks. This is going to be great. Hope you enjoy. Now, I am going to quickly address the fact that because of Wi-Fi problems and also power outages, there may be there's a weather alert. So due to the constant power outages and the constant internet fallouts, I do not know how long I'll be on this live stream. I do not know if we'll be able to live stream at all tonight, depending on how long this will last. Let me click this weather report real quick and see what's special weather statement has been issued until April 4th and 12:45 p.m. by National Weather Service. This is probably the heaviest storm we've ever had So this is a pretty hefty storm. It looks like we have a pretty hefty storm all over the map. I'm going to quickly check for more details. Give me a sec. Checking for details right now. So it looks like we are currently all in the red zone, all the way from Newport, New Hampshire to Laconia, Manchester, and all the nine. It's a pretty hefty area of a snowstorm. So there's a lot of snowstorm. Okay, here we go. Heavy snow and sleet, additional snow accumulations. Accumulations between 5 and 13 inches for storm total of 9 to 21 inches, and sleet accumulations up to 1/10 of an inch. Localized snow amounts up to 2 feet are possible, especially across the higher terrain. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Let's check the where. We know. Okay, the where this is happening is portions of south, central, and southwest, and south and west, and central and western Maine, central and northern New Hampshire. So a lot of Maine's. If you live in Maine, in the state of Maine, please be prepared. You're going to get hit pretty hard with snow. If you are in the central and northern part of New Hampshire, which we are also getting hit with snowstorm. I advise everybody not to not not to go on the roads. Do not drive your car on the road, regardless. If you are in these areas of Maine and New Hampshire, please do not drive on the roads. It's too risky. And make sure you're nice and warm. Make sure you have an additional power supply unit. Hello, Colby. Welcome in, brother. Let me pin your link. Make sure you're nice and warm and cozy in your beds, homes, couches. Make sure you have an extra blanket handy. It's going to be a hella storm. Colby, I've been fine, but I'm just issuing a weather report for people in my area. So this is going to be until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is supposed to end at 8 p.m. tonight, and that's going to be a lot. So this is probably going to be an all-day thing. And then the impacts are. Hold on, I'm just looking at them. So hold on. Just give me a sec. The impacts are moderate snow with periods of heavy snow and potential for foot plus accumulation will create hazardous travel, so do not travel, conditions across the region. Strong gusty winds are also expected with the snowstorm, which could cause damage to trees, power lines. Travel is not recommended as heavy snowfall and very low visibility will create extremely dangerous driving conditions. The hazardous conditions will impact the morning commute, with impacts potentially lingering into the evening commute. So, and yeah, Colby, I've been fine, buddy. It's just this. Additional details. This is a long duration, multifaceted event. Intensity will continue increase this morning, when some of the heaviest rains may fall, accompanied by strong gusty winds. Be prepared for a prolonged duration of impact. Very strong downslope winds west of the White Mountains are expected late tonight and Thursday morning. Summary. People should consider delaying all travel. Motorists should use extreme caution if travel is absolutely necessary. Do not touch downed lines and report any power outages to your electric company. Travel is highly discouraged due to slick roadways and possibility of downed trees and power lines. Now, this was issued by NWS Gray, Maine. So this is what's kind of the risk here, guys. this is what's the risk of you know, the power station. So, and this is what the risk of the weather is. This has been the worst weather report we've had in years. So, at least for Maine and New Hampshire. It didn't say nothing about Massachusetts getting it, so most likely my brother in Boston's doing okay. But as for parts of Maine, no, parts of New Hampshire and almost all over Maine, this storm has hit us pretty hard. Um, so we are expected to wait it out till about 8 p.m. And because of the down power lines, we're not recommended to go for out driving. That's why we canceled our shopping trip today. And yeah, so there's a lot of aspects to it that raises an eyebrow of caution, so and concern for people that would want to drive in this bull crap. So yeah, I actually went out and did my security duty this morning to make sure the kids were inside and make sure if they were outside they were safe. So it is not permitted for children to be outside, especially in this weather, with given again the low visibility. Um, there's possible that the plow trucks will come by, and if they cannot see you and you cannot see them, you're bound to get hit by a plow truck, and it's not permitted, it's not recommended that anyone goes outside into the road during this time, especially with low visibility. So if you are in my area or you're in Maine, please do not attempt or even try to think about going outside and getting to the road because a lot of times, even with cars headlights, it's not going to do much. It barely cuts into the blurs. So yeah, this is the reality, folks. Like this is like big snowstorm for the areas of all over Maine and some parts of New Hampshire. So this has been kind of a hectic day. So um, I will not be I will not be joining any panels for the most part today until after 8 p.m. if that. But if we lose power and we're going to be gone out of power for a while, there's probably a chance I won't be doing any panels or live streams today until we get power back, which could be tomorrow, hours later, or days. So I want everyone to know in my chat to be prepared if I lose power. If I lose power and I lose internet, then to be prepared for me to have to push plans to another sideline and everything. Because if this is a thing for today, it's going to be for tomorrow, if anything. So I will have to see how things go. We do, and the problem is I don't think we own a generator here, so we will have to stick it to not having power if we lose it. So if we lose power, we're gonna have to stick it to the man and keep a couple lanterns on, and yeah, have to put have to push through it. So please know, oh, I'm okay. The studio's okay. Everyone in my home is okay. Everyone's fine. It's just, again, folks in the chat, this is like, again, the storm of the century. And it's like the biggest storm we've had in years. I believe the last storm we had that was big was back when I was in Easter Seals. We got a lot of foot of snow and we were snowed in Easter Seals building. But this kind of storm has not happened in years, let alone it's never happened in the spring season. So, last snowstorm that was like this happened during winter near Christmas, which snowed me in, which caused me not to go home for Christmas. But it seems to be that um, the weather has put this out there, and this weather has happened right in the midst of beginning of spring. So we are probably looking at probably a global warming situation as well as a new weather report that's probably never been reported before here in the New England states province. province. So once again, I advise everyone in my area of New England to stay in their homes. Make sure they're nice and cozy. Make sure they're all right. Make sure they're safe. Make sure you have plenty of warm blankets. Make sure you have plenty of hot foods, hot drinks. to keep yourselves warm. So yeah. So it again is not permitted that and recommended that anyone go into their cars driving. I don't care how vacation you think you got it, but it's not a good idea to go out in this kind of weather. So um, we're gonna have to say no to, or at least not recommend anyone go out in this weather in a car or a vehicle. It's not a good idea, at least for the New Hampshire, Maine states. So it seems like the weather report has told us that Massachusetts may or not be being touched by has not been hit by the storm. It seems like a lot of the Maine state has been hit by the storm, as well as parts of New Hampshire. So, as I say, I know I say this a lot today, but I advise people in the Maine state, the state of Maine, to keep themselves warm, have plenty of blankets on hand, make sure they got a fireplace going if that. Um, make sure you got Make sure if you have a generator, you have gasoline for the generator, make sure that's well fueled up and keep your house going. If you do not have a generator, please make sure you have plenty of blankets and make sure you have a warm place to stay. So make sure you have a warm place to stay and warm place to rest your head. Also, when the nightfall comes, if there's any power outages left over from the storm after the storm goes away, please make sure you have flashlights, lanterns, something for light. It is not recommended you use candles to like live candles to walk around the house. It's a fire hazard. So I was recommended by this Department of Safety is to have a lantern, like an electronic lantern, have like flashlights, something to light your way. A phone flashlight would do this well. So yeah, this has been that weather report. This has been a local weather report radio station podcast by Mr. Retro Scorpion, and now we are. Uh, this is Retro Scorpion on the weather report signing off. I hope everyone stays safe. I will probably be live again soon. That's if the weather and the Wi-Fi holds up. I can't promise nothing, but I will probably be alive again soon to give an update report on the situation at hand. And I'll see you guys soon. This is Mr. Retroverse signing off. Remember, folks, stay safe. Take care of yourselves.